That's this over to Andre. Yes. Good morning, Andre.
Hey, good morning, Eddie. Eddie, did anyone get that Reinsdorf reference in the chat? I'm dying to know. Anyways, welcome everybody to Top Step TV. This is Fast Markets. We got Hoop in the house, Dakota in the house, Jack in the house. You heard Eddie's wonderful voice. Saw him in opening call as well.
Oh.
We got 10 seconds into the open. Coach Dakota, I see the bear behind you. Thoughts coming into this open?
Yeah, I mean, I was looking for this gap to fill last night. We have not filled it yet, but in my slow markets class, I have this slow markets combine I trade only during the class for an overnight trade, and an overnight trade in this combine, I was short from 128 overnight, and my target's 973 in these micros. Looking for this gap to fill. Gap to fill is 970. But yeah, here we go. Let's see if we can test these session lows. We're getting close.
Also known as the copper slinger.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good shout out, Hoop. You're
a new copper trader.
I'm the best copper trader in the world. I placed one trade and it was green, and I'm 100%. I've never lost in copper.
Yeah,
never lost.
Yeah, never lost.
Be careful, Dakota.
That makes me the best, right?
Throwing your coat over a barbed wire fence and getting all the copper you can. You know what I'm saying? Copper, it's addictive.
Wow, Jack's spicy today. Jack, thoughts coming into this open. Look at the ES 57.42. Gap close 57.22, about 20 points to the downside. How close do we just get to actually
opening call, opening day? Quick aside, my mom used to always take me out of school to go to White Sox opening day. If that's something that you're interested in, you should do that with your kids. It's fun.
That's a cool mom.
And we're back.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. We are back into the purple box that was established before. This range we were in between 5,600, 5,700 in the SPX. Interested to see today if we can maintain in here or if we bounce out. Besides that, I'm excited. I'm pumped today, Andre.
I like that. Awesome stuff. Hoop, really quick, take a look at this open 2 minutes in. Gold making new all-time highs overnight, 30, 65, 50. Man, did some heavy lifting overnight. Hoop, thoughts coming into the open. We're about 2 minutes in, Hoop.
You know, the big thing about gold is it's in roll. Technically, it probably roll either today or tomorrow. So keep an eye on that one if you're trading gold today for sure.
Cool. All righty.
Reminder.
Let's take a look at how this
is. Here's for our gold. We'll just make it.
Thank you, Eddie. We might have more of that today in store. Last trade in gold, 30.48, about $17 off those all-time highs. Seen a little bit of selling in crude. We did see got above $70 a barrel yesterday. Now we're trading around $69.48. Dow selling off right now. Let's put in some new lows, 42,621. S&P selling off now. Just put in some new lows, 57.37. NASDAQ
order filled.
I saw a spike up
NASDAQ
to
tried.
Yeah.
It tried, man. That was a nice 60-point bounce, and now we are right back down. Low
20,000
now. 20,000.
30 points from that gap close in the NASDAQ. Say we do get to that 19,000.
22, right? And the ES, 57.22 and a half, right? ES, I believe.
22s. Yes.
Yeah.
10 points away from that. NASDAQ, 20 points away from that gap close. Last trade, 19,996. Let's just go get it out of the way. Do you take a long there? Do we see how it reacts? We're just going to do it right now, aren't we?
Looks like we might do it right now.
Dow selling off.
Almost there.
NASDAQ, about 15 points from that gap close. And what's the gap? The Sunday reopen. Gap was from 19,970 up to, what was it, 20,080? Something like that.
Pretty big.
And 10 points from that gap close.
Order filled.
Get out of the way.
Was there some afternoon or some news right after hours yesterday?
There was a little bit. Yeah. I got smacked last night during slow markets. You can see live account minus $5,500. I am locked. I locked myself out. No, I locked myself out. I'm not going to lose anymore. But yeah, there's news. I was trading over the Asian session, and I took my loss there. And that's it.
Crude getting smoked right now, down 40 cents in the last 60 seconds or so. New lows in crude, $69.22. Now selling
Okay,
off.
we've tickled the overnight lows in the ES.
Mhm.
Almost to the tick.
If we don't fill this gap, Andre,
Oh man! Don't say it, Dakota.
We're gonna be stuck. We'll
We're going to be stuck
all
today.
day.
we we came so close. We got to the mid 70s.
Order filled.
It's close. Man, crude's not done. Crude in this 5-minute candle down about 45 cents. New lows crude $69.18. Opened up around $69.60. Nasdaq just looking at that 19,970 level.
Order filled.
Bottomed out at
And I have that-
19,976.
What's it about 57.20 the gap you're looking at in the ES?
So I have
Mhm.
22s, yes. Pretty hard
Come on.
locked.
Let's get it.
Let's get it out of the
Yeah.
way. I think we're gonna do it.
Slow markets trade. Take profit.
Order
there.
filled.
Get in there. Get in there.
Are we buying that depending on the momentum, or are we looking to see how it shakes out?
Let's look and see how it shakes out, man.
I'd wait to see how it plays out.
say
Yeah.
if we see some type of market
Let 'em
structure
both
there
fill.
and some
Let 'em
type of
both
reversal, then yeah.
Both
But-
of
No.
these.
Both of them.
Both of
Both of
these ES
Nuts. Yeah.
micros. What are you talking about, Andre?
These. We got 70% short in the NASDAQ is what I'm talking about here, Jack, as we continue to move lower.
Order filled.
We got, that's about all we got on the tilt. That's notable. 67% short in the ES. We almost got there, Dakota. We're flirting with it, and now we're back up to 20.
You got to be kidding me! I had this take
Order
profit on
filled.
since my slow markets last night. It's
Yeah.
73 and a quarter, and so far we got to 73 and 3/4.
Order filled.
Got the Nasdaq 74% long here.
All right, here we go.
There
We're
it
short up
is.
20,000. We get it?
I'm short.
There it is. Yeah, we got it. We
Is that
got
good
it.
enough?
It's good enough. Good enough.
All right,
Slow
there it
markets
is.
class.
It is official.
Big shout out
Boom.
to them.
NASDAQ gap closed.
Gap.
Filled.
Mine
we
the
need ES.
gap.
Officially
Mind the
filled.
gap. ES still has about 7 points to go. Again, gap close in the ES 57.22. Last trade 57.28.
I wanted.
NASDAQ pushing lower.
Now what? What do we do?
Now we wait. Oh wait, there's more. Wilson, yes.
There's always more.
Yes. Let's see what happens if we get the 57.20. Who took the short up at 20,000?
Order filled.
Short if you took that.
That was the play.
19,000. 19,956.
Yeah,
530.
Eddie, your
Get to,
Russell's getting smoked.
Holy moly. 77% short.
Russell really heavy here.
77% short
Mhm.
NASDAQ right now. Average price 19,998 in the money. 74%
They're making
short
money today.
ES average price 57.36 in the money. ES continues to sell off about 3 points from that gap fill. 725 last trade there.
I seen
And gold.
lower 900s coming into play. 920s.
77%
Order
short.
filled.
They're all riding the same bus.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, Nasdaq down, Russell.
Oh, what do we do?
How
Nope.
about copper? You guys were seeing copper, right? This massive freaking sell off here in copper is just it's
Crazy.
meme coin worthy. Meme coin worthy.
Speaking of meme coins, we've got a great crypto discussion coming here in about 90 minutes or so. Got a crypto
Order
lawyer,
filled.
attorney, as well as Sam Gelman, crypto expert. Let's see what we get out of those two. Get their thoughts on current space in crypto legislation, all that good stuff. Go ahead, Jack.
As we zoom out, we can take a look at my chart here. I'm going to share this tab instead so I can show the SPX for the spot
Yeah,
market.
where's-
No bueno. These are daily candles. You see, we gapped up. We had two closes above the 200-day moving average, with this red line here. Then got hammered. We're doing it again. Not good, I would say, for stock. And we got our highest negative GEX would be down at 56.50 in the SPX. So that's what is that? That's like 57.05
Order
in
filled.
the ES.
Okay. Oh, fives. 57.26. Bottom out at 57.24. Well, 3
One of
points
the
to go to field.
simplest lines to look at is the 200-day. It's the biggest line in the sand I think we all look at that because we're all short-term focused, we miss out sometimes on just the easiest trade out there sometimes.
Right.
One more push to the downside here in the ES. Closing in, closing in, closing in. Oh, you like that white Yeti, Nate? Yes, courtesy of Top Step. Treat us well around here.
I used to have that.
There's like I've got
My
like
dear
4 of
wife
them.
left it somewhere. Yeah, but I don't have the white one. That's the cleanest
Oh,
one.
Well, the green one's trippy when you have the green screen behind you. People are like, "What?"
Oh, exactly.
Uh-huh.
Did you go get a back massage yet, Jack?
What's up?
Did you go get a back massage yet?
Not yet, but yeah, I want to thank Dakota. Dakota sent me a certificate for a massage in the neighborhood, so that was very nice of him. We appreciate it very much.
Nice, Dakota.
I called that golf course near your house, and they're closed still. I was gonna get you a season pass.
Well,
Columbus Park.
I got a course, Dakota.
Yeah.
When you come to town in May or June, I'll take you there.
I wish your season. I
Billy
wish your home
Caldwell?
course. I know Caldwell. If Columbus Park was your home course, Jack, man, that'd be amazing.
It would be. I live about 5 blocks away from there.
I know.
I didn't realize how hard it was to buy gift certificates from a massage parlor in your area. I called like 6 of them, and they're like, "Yeah, you could come in and pick it up." I'm like, "I'm in Utah. can I just buy them online or send them to my friend that's right there in the area?" And
All right,
no.
we did it.
Nope.
Yeah,
Yes,
That was very nice, Dakota. Thank you very much.
Check.
New
Check.
lows.
Gap filled. NASDAQ. Gap filled. ES. Is there more room to the downside here? 57.05. Level that Jack has his eye on in the ES. We did see 75% short in NASDAQ. It moved lower.
I'm long 2 micro MES.
Cool. What price, who?
I kind of like it.
57.2275, right at the gap.
Love it.
I'm
man.
willing to take the risk. I'm wrong.
Hold this thing.
I'm kind of waiting. I'm being patient. I'm waiting for the 57, a little lower than here. Start scaling in.
Risk 15.25. That's my
CYA?
yeah.
Sounds good.
Not gonna risk a lot on this.
Dow still selling off here. Yeah, Phil. Yes, Chauncey. Good there. NASDAQ gap filled. Oh, it took 5 days. 5 days to fill that gap. Trading around 20,500 yesterday in the NASDAQ. Here we are beneath 20,000 evens. Last trade, 20,000. I'm sorry, 19,950.
Order filled.
24 hours, man. 24 hours, and it's a different market.
The vibes completely shifted.
It's incredible.
Yep.
Or what makes this thing so amazing? There's no script.
What was it?
Order
What
filled.
was it over the weekend? Was it just the laying off of tariffs for another month or whatever happened?
For the gap? Yeah, great question. I do not. Yeah. Why do we gap up in the first? It was only 80-point gap open, but in the NASDAQ, but still.
My guess
What was
was it was quiet. It's been a while, and it was like a couple of days with no dramatic tariff news, and this market was able to finally recover a little bit. But now we're back in tariffs, and same crap. There's
See if
a
we find some
possible
structure
long
here.
here in the Nasdaq.
All
Possible
right.
long right here in the Nasdaq to go up to 20,000.
Oil still selling off. NASDAQ going to test these 20,000s again. Back up to 19,970. Took those longs down.
Order
there.
filled.
See 77% short.
Are there any gap fill purists out there? Like, does
Explain.
it really have to filter? Like, if it got, say, a point away in a contract, is that good enough?
Great question.
In my world, yes, but I'm sure there's some purists that say no to the tick. Yep. Captain Kangaroo says yep. Ben says yep. All right.
Technicians
Makes a
don't,
difference, huh?
don't like gray.
Oh, thank you.
I'm long
online.
to MES as well, Andre.
Yep.
We'll play the gap, I guess. I would want
Mhm.
more, I think, lower. Like
Order
in that
filled.
57.05 range.
Okay.
But
What price
That
did
was
we
clean.
get?
cookies crumbling.
That was really clean.
2 from 57.23.
5723. Thank you. Last trade 5730. Upper left hand corner of the screen. Hashtag fast markets. Also hashtag power hour. Hit us up at Top Step TV on the X. What would we like to see? I saw a lot of trader wins yesterday. A lot of green calendars on their performance dashboard. Love seeing that. Also, love seeing Trader Station setups. Cool swag. Pet picks with the fam. Also, shout out to everyone watching across the world right now. We got about 4,300 people watching. Where's everyone watching from right now? Give a shout out to Estonia, as always. My peeps in Estonia. Again, hashtag fast markets, hashtag power hour at Top Step TV on the X. Last trade in the ES, 5732. London.
I peeled one
Order
off up here.
filled.
Great trades, guys. NASDAQ back at 20,000.
Melbourne.
Order filled.
Last trade, hoop. Stuttgart.
International. Look at all those locations.
Stuttgart, yes.
Crazy.
Chi-Town, El Salvador.
Stuttgart.
LA. It's early. Good morning, LA. Get up early with us. Wales, Bay Area. Caribbean. Where's the Caribbean?
Order filled.
I love chat.
Caribbean, man.
Yes.
Uh,
Well, shout out. Thank you for watching, tuning in. Let's do this thing bell to bell. Got a big day in store today. If we got my man Eddie there. Eddie, what we got on the calendar today?
Real quick, I was just going to show for the gap fill purist, if you want a real bearish target, on the SPX, there's still a gap that hasn't been filled at around,
no.
let's see what we got here, 5,100. This goes back to May of 2024. You'd be really cooking at that point.
You could probably find one from like
1929.
5 years ago too. Yeah,
There's gap. I mean, yeah,
And go to COVID. I'm sure there's gaps all over the place on those charts.
exactly.
I
Downers
agree.
Grove. Voitech.
Gaps to the upside.
Downers
Gaps to the
Grove.
upside.
Some buyers coming
Little
back here.
Mustangs.
Order filled.
Well, yes,
Awesome.
Andre, we got numbers
yeah.
coming up here. Just want to make sure everybody is aware. Earlier, we had our GDP coming in pretty close. They were looking at a 2.3, coming in at 2.4. We also had initial jobless claims. They were looking at 2.25, coming in at 2.24. So really nothing. Market sort of just kept moving, plugging along here. But coming up here in about 12 minutes, we got pending home sales. Now, that could be a big number. Natural gas in about 41 minutes here. 10 o'clock, KC Fed manufacturing. We've got 10:30, 8-week, 4-week bill auction. High noon today, 7-year note auction. And scrolling down here a little later around the afternoon here, we've got Barkin going to be speaking. And that's what I got. Back to you, Andre.
Thank you, Eddie. Barkin be barking.
Order filled.
Off. Long one. Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, I got two. I got two left.
Oh, two. Okay, gotcha.
I want to take it back. The other day, I said some unkind things about Eastern Illinois University, or the University of Eastern
Panthers?
Illinois.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
Again? Oh.
It was a running joke.
Thank
It was about going to dental school there.
you. That's
but
what it was.
I just found out the other day, you know, another Eastern Illinois alum?
Romo.
John freaking Malkovich.
I did not know that. Really?
Order filled.
So John Malkovich went there. It's okay with
Garoppolo,
me.
right?
Jimmy G.
And
yeah.
Tony
Garoppolo's
Romo.
from there too, I
Yeah.
think.
Sean Payton. Yeah. Did you look up notable alum on their Wikipedia, Jack? How did you come across this?
I literally heard this in the wild. Had nothing to do with that. Wasn't even looking for it.
After, oh well, it's funny how that works.
You heard it in the wild.
Okay, ES pushing higher here, 57.33. Who got long down there? Who did? House did. NASDAQ back up to 20,000s. Fill the gap and bounce. Man, oh man, look at this. Look at the NASDAQ go. 20,022. Closing on overnight.
Build another one off.
Nice trade.
One left.
Nice trade.
Good trade. Money.
I spent many a summer down Charleston.
That's
Believe
when
it
you
or
were
not,
in your,
Andre.
in your farming days, Hoop. Were you a farmer? Balin Hage.
Yeah, exactly. My grandparents' farm was about 20 minutes from Charleston. So.
Take the old, take the train out there, Union Station.
Yep.
Zephyr. It's called.
What a way to travel, boy.
I like the
Took the train.
takes you all the way to Quincy, Illinois.
Traveling in Europe in a train and traveling here in a train is like night and day.
It's like yeah. It's like a time machine.
I mean,
back there.
I took the train from Beijing to Shanghai, which is like the same distance as Chicago to Atlanta, and the train took like 3 hours.
Sick. Here, 2 days.
Yeah. So we're flat. We made $100 on that. We weren't able to get anywhere near our full size on, but that was such a lovely bounce off the gap. Good job, Hoop.
Just, limit risk there, right? As Dakota said last night, sometimes just don't overthink it,
That was a pretty straightforward trade right there.
Yeah, I know, Hoop. That's harder, easier said than done.
100%.
Not overthinking.
That was worthy of some minis, but here we are.
Right back to overnight VWAP in the ES, about 3 points from that, and right back to overnight VWAP in NASDAQ. Nice trade there. Seen a turnaround in crude. Seen a turnaround the Dow. Let's trade in crude. We bought about
short. Is there a short already here?
Could be.
I like up around 57, 55.
Let me see that.
46 is overnight there, Jack. See if we get a bounce off of that. Look at the ladder here at ES.
Order
Really
filled.
jumping off ladder in terms of size right now. We saw some 1,000 lots come in. One got filled, and they started dancing, pulling it, moving it higher and higher and higher. Keep an eye out for that. Caveman trade. That thing's off. That thing worked for about 10 days in early March. And then roll happened, and put that on the back burner for now. 50-50 on the tilt.
I'm going to move my stuff up.
Number in 8 minutes. Hey, Eddie, anything on the calendar for either the White House or president? Nothing on the calendar. I'm not seeing anything, but I know that sometimes you have to hit refresh on the juice. And
The best thing that I do see, France's president talking.
Order filled.
Mexico's president talking. We had some early stuff, not from Trump, but from the secretary. And that's about it. I haven't seen anything from Donald yet, but eyes on the prize.
Amen.
Back to you guys.
Thank you.
Which secretary did we get?
We're all in the same group chat. Anyway, he's 50 on the tilt here. Incredible.
I'm in a signal group that's been going on for years. I definitely hope we don't have any reporters in that one.
They know. Number. What do we have? Eddie said we got wholesale. No, we got pending home sales.
Yeah, it should be here in about 9 minutes.
Okay, so there.
Should be delivered. Yeah, 9 minutes, and I got a free 2 liter of Coke.
Pepsi, no Coke.
Gold's pulled off the highs. It looked like gold was going to make all-time highs for a moment there.
30.65 half. When did that run up start? I mean, just a $20 run up from 4:30 a.m. Central to 5:30 a.m. Just an hour.
Yeah.
A power hour.
This
There's your power hour.
Could be a dip to buy in gold right here at these 40s.
Whoa. What happened there?
Whoa.
What happened there? Something just hit. Some tape bomb just hit. I just saw a 1,000 lot pop in there. They went to market in the ES, I believe. Bid came in there, and then they just lifted the offer. I don't know what that was. They flashed in there. And just lifted. Was it NASDAQ? Okay,
Oh, boy.
popped in.
Yeah.
Both of them. Look at the
40-point tape bomb.
1 second chart. It's fading already.
Do some forensics there, Jack.
Enhance. We had.
So, just popped.
Oh my goodness! In
What was
1
it?
second, 5,000 ES traded
Woo!
up from 42 to 50. So that was an 8-point sweep. 5,000 contracts.
Wow. I saw something flash on that bid. I couldn't even make out the number, and then 5,000 lifting the offer from what price to what price, Jack? 40s to
42s to 50s. 1 second, 5,000 contracts.
Somebody didn't want to be in for the number.
That's got to feel amazing to do something like that. Holy cow. All right.
5 minutes remaining.
5,000 lot. Paper is back. Size is back. Wow.
That could be bullish. That was a buy.
Look at that V.
Oh.
Look at that V bounce. Look at this thing go.
Well,
There's your
by the
gap.
dip today.
The gap, and here we go.
Yeah, we filled the gap and off to the
We are
races.
up 150 points off the lows made in NASDAQ about
Yeah.
10 minutes ago. ES up about 30 points.
Look at this chart.
How beautiful is that? Look at that.
That blue box is the gap. I think it's something to think about for the future because you don't think about these every day because we don't have them that often. It's like I think
Load
it's
the
worth
boat.
taking a pretty big trade with a pretty tight stop for this sort of
Load it up.
reward, right? Like load up, name your what would it be like a 10-point stop or something, and then just let it fly because it does this sometimes, and there's definitely a good risk reward on it.
Yes. All right, noted. There'll be another gap.
Always more gap.
Mine
Always
gap.
the gap.
Mine
Almost
gap.
every
Always the
Sunday.
gap.
5,000 lot coming to market. In the
Order
ES.
filled.
Came from
I
50,
don't
42.
think that ever happened on the trading.
Order filled.
Oh, I think I hear some Morse code there, Eddie.
No, there was just coming off here. Something happened at the Brookfield train station.
Gotcha.
This is cooking.
Yeah, it is. Wow. I thought the Patak didn't trade on vacation. I think Island Mike is in full effect. All right, we have V-shape. This V-shape bounce in oil. V-shape bounce in. V recovery in the Dow, NASDAQ, ES. Pretty straightforward trade. Good stuff. Number in 3 minutes.
Coming up.
I think I'm going to peel this last one off
You still
before the
got this
number
on?
after
Nice
that.
trade.
Three.
Great trade, Hoop. It's
XFA,
It's-
I'm up 527 on the day.
You were in a
Start.
long when that hit, huh?
Yeah, you know,
That's
so many times being on the other side of that bomb, it was nice to be on the right side of it.
Yes.
Seriously.
once again, don't leave profit targets just sitting in the market.
Yeah,
You stop.
that's so true.
We didn't retrace
What a
any of it
move.
either. I think people are spooked if somebody's going to swipe 5,000 contracts. to the
Order
wrong
filled.
side.
Yeah, I mean, who's on the other side of that? My God.
Is there more where that came from? Because we didn't retrace, Jack. Did see
That's great,
earlier
Jack.
this week, we saw like a 3,000 lot tape bomb, and we just retraced right off of it, snap right back. This one held.
Yeah, there's plenty of room to the upside here in the Nasdaq. I could see
Seriously,
us
Jay. That was incredible.
130s.
130.
Think the market trapped some shorts down there too?
Oh yeah, you know that. That's
Sure.
given.
So the volume on that 1 minute candle was 13,400 contracts.
Order filled.
5,000 of them traded in that 1 second.
Incredible. CME's gonna like that. Incredible.
Coach Jay and I was just talking. Like, if you have 1,000 contracts to fill, how do you get them filled? Well, I mean, this person, you just market order.
Hey, we got some more biscuits coming over the wire here from Macron on Trump's tariffs, talking about Europeans will respond by reciprocating. Also, Mexico's president says will give an integral response to the U.S. on April 3rd. So both of them sort of teaming up here. Haven't heard much from Canada yet. but got this number coming up here in about 40 seconds. So
Alrighty.
heads up. Check your positions, folks.
Interesting.
That was amazing. All right, tilt. Nothing really showing. Gold's 72% long in the gold. Gold did see up about $9 after the lows we put in there. 30.49. Again, new all-time highs in gold overnight. Or pre-New York session, I should say. 30.65.50. $3,065.50. 10 seconds till the number.
Pending home sales are looking at 1%. Prior was negative 4.6, coming in at positive 2.0. Pending home index, prior was 70.6, coming in at 72.0. And that's what we got here. Next number coming up, 9:30, natural gas. Back to you, Andre.
All right, thank you, Eddie. So we've got some more gas to the upside here. We are still cooking. Jack, okay, we are flat. Hoop, you still got a one lot on, or you're flat?
No, I got out before the number. I didn't want to. Yeah, I didn't want to.
You already had that tape bomb on your side. I tempt fate after that. I like it, Hoop. Feels good because, like you said, so many times we've been on the wrong side of those.
Side. Yeah.
Yep.
100%.
57, 56, just a casual 30-point bounce in the ES.
Any hog traders here with that Mexican? If the president's going to respond, hogs are going to keep going lower. It's a huge imported product. So
Hogs, you said?
Yeah.
Order
we export
filled.
a ton of, believe it or not, pork to Mexico. And once the tariff news comes out and tariff bombs come like that, it's down 200 points right now. Believe it or not.
I took 2 short MES. Keep it pretty tight, but just to see, we re-entered. There's a case for a breakout trade here too, but the purple box, which is the range we were in or whatever, we got into it. We're testing the top end of that.
57, Jack?
Worth a little try-ski. Yeah, 58 3/4.
I like that, Phil.
2 MES.
Ah, yes.
Nice.
Coming your way next, Eddie.
Good call in gold, Dakota.
Order filled.
Nice
yeah.
bounce.
What was my call, man? I talked about these different market. Was it last night? Was it this
I
morning?
did.
Well, $5 ago, you liked the bounce.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thanks,
Exactly
Lou.
right.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Yes. $5.
Shows you my attention span and my memory as a trader. Yeah.
Jack is shorts. Keep an eye on this MES trade. Eddie, come on in. Tip of the week. It's Thursday. We've been talking about this tip of the week all week long. Let's remind the peeps. The tip of the week is here. Go ahead, Eddie.
Yes, indeed. Tip of the week. Well, the tip of the week is, you know what? Stay calm. Stay calm. There's lots going on here, and we're seeing it. Don't panic, okay? Staying
Order
calm.
filled.
This is essential to traders because the financial markets are unpredictable, nutso, emotional, and can lead to poor decision-making. We don't want that at all. One of the things I want to share with you here is more consistent performance. Now, trading, obviously, is a probability game. Now, staying calm helps you execute consistency. Emotional swings lead to erratic performances. Huge wins followed by reckless losses. All right. Remember, be a calm trader. I know it's easy to say, hard to do, but calm traders stick to their edge and avoid the roller coaster of emotional trading. So keep that in mind. And that has been our tip of the week. Back to you, Andre.
Thank you, Eddie.
Order filled.
We'll say that same tip of the week one more time tomorrow. It's a good one. Stay calm under pressure. Sometimes easier said than done. It's constant practice. Take a look at tilt here.
Always practicing.
69% long NASDAQ. Average price, 20,061 in the money. Hanging out above VWAP in the ES, overnight VWAP, 57, 55. Nice fill, Jack. Pop up to the 60s there. Turned around. 5,000 lot. Man, oh man.
Short.
Exciting. Absolutely exciting.
You think we're going to be seeing this up until like April 2nd? Just countries scrambling to negotiate or figure something out?
Well, then it'll move to May 2nd.
Come on. Yeah. He ain't,
And then it'll move to
Exactly.
June 2nd.
come on. Yeah. He ain't doing these tariffs. He sees what it does to the market.
I love it.
20,086. 084s now. Again, overnight highs in NASDAQ 20,140. 57.56. Yes. 71% long gold. About $5 ago. Dakota like getting long down there.
Yep. Peter Tuchman's on tomorrow, correct? Andre?
Yeah, and we're gonna get his MOC call.
Fridays.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Okay. Coach Jay and I have a question for him. If you are on with him, ask him
Well,
how he would fill a 1,000 lot order if he was. There's a way to word the question. Coach Jay and I was so curious on how these big
you
orders
execute
get
it?
filled.
how do you execute it?
Yeah, like how do these big orders? How would he execute 1,000 or like this one that just came through, right?
Ask Coop.
Other than market orders, right? You can't get out
Are
with
you
an easy
talking-
answer, and I'll just go to
Right.
We're
market.
talking electronic or open outcry.
I don't know. I don't know. How does he? I'm really
We'll ask
curious.
him.
I don't know whether he
Remind me tomorrow.
uses
I'll write it
that.
down. Remind me again tomorrow. But Eddie, how would
Yes,
like
sir.
a Hogue or a Hoop?
Order
How would
filled.
or you when you get from Deutsche?
If-
How would you work 1,000 lot?
If you did get something like that, 1,000 lot, first you'd make sure that the bigger players, the retails, know. You'd say, let's say you got 1,000 lot to sell. You'd say, give me a bid, which was legal on the floor. Get a bid, give me a bid, give me a bid,
Mhm.
and you tell everybody, hey, there's a seller in the pit. What do we got for a bid? And not always. Let's say the market's 24, 25. You might have the Morgan saying, hey, I'm a 22 bid. Goldman,
Order
hey, I'm a
filled.
23 bid. RBC, they might not be right on that market at that time. So you'd set it up. You'd get the other side. And if it's 1,000 lot market, okay, sell the 23s. All right, 400 times, sell the 22s. And you'd fill that order like that. Now, Hoop, you saw that too, didn't you? I mean, you saw that,
Mhm.
when the big orders would come in. But if it needed to be filled right away, that's usually how they did it. You made sure that you let the phone clerks know, give me a bid, give me an offer. So it'd be an indication that something big is in
Order
the pit.
filled.
And they would
Were
obviously
you
call their desks.
restricted to a single price, or did you
I
have?
don't know if it's a market order.
It
if
depends
if
on the
it's-
order. If it says market or it's got a specific price on it, you'd be held to the price. If it said the price, there's DRT. You and I talked about that the other day. Discretion, disregard tape. You could work an order. Just depends on what the customer wanted. So
What if it was all or
Fair enough.
nothing?
Right.
Or kill. What was
Now-
fill or kill.
Fill or kill? Well, what would? That's when
How
You
does
know
that
what? People
transition
didn't do
to
those a
markets
lot.
today?
locals got hooked up on
they'd
those.
offer it, maybe once, twice, 3 times.
No,
No
it hooked.
takers. They'd send it back to the desk. Unable. It would be the gun to the head, fill or kill. Sell 300 at a quarter, fill or kill. 300 at a quarter, 300 a quarter, 300 a quarter. Nothing. I'm out. Unable. And that's
What about the
that's a
market
fill or
for
kill.
today, though? Like,
I
Here's
still
what I
got
would
it.
do.
Iceberg that shit.
Yeah, go ahead, Jack.
If there were no rules on it, like a lot of times, if you work for a firm and you're asked to fill 1,000, like there's usually ways you have to do it and the risks you're allowed to take. If I was doing it personally, I'd probably do something like look at how thick the ladder is, buy a quarter of it close to the market on the next few prints, then sell a put option, 0 DTE, for about half of it, and then trade around a little bit.
Come on, you know
Work
what,
it a little
Jack?
bit, yeah.
I love it.
Making some markets, leg some stuff.
you're right.
I love you, Jack.
The question I have is a 5,000 lot. Did the rest of the market able to participate in that order? That's my. I guess that's my old school in me. Is that so? 5,000 lot, 5,000 contracts fly on the buy side in a second. Does the retail trader really get to? I mean, yeah, okay, I caught a piece of it in a being a long one, but that's where I think the kind of the beauty of open outcry was when you're in the pit is that you actually had a shot. I mean, do you have a shot at that if you're
Something flashed in
you
there,
know?
Hoop. It
Yeah,
flashed for
that's
a
what I mean.
split,
It's a
split
blink.
second.
Hope you think that might have been a give up?
Well, obviously, when
I've seen
somebody
it
wants a
before.
5,000 lot and just bang it right out, we watch people bounce 1,000 lots, 50 handles down the ladder, and all of a sudden they're just going to shoot it across the. I mean, so obviously somebody did that for a reason. There's. I always say there's always something behind when you want to just get it done or whether you want to work it. Sure.
Yeah, they wanted to get it done.
Yeah. Yes, they did.
A little bit of selling here. Is this going to be the range right now for the ES? Upside 57.60. We go test the lows we put in about 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
57.20.
I mean, that was a beautiful 3-bar reversal, Andre, on the 5-minute chart.
ES?
On the NASDAQ.
NASDAQ.
Sorry,
Do you even
NASDAQ.
have ES up,
Beautiful.
Dakota? Or are you strictly you only have NASDAQ up? You have no other markets up?
I usually only have the NASDAQ. I was telling my
Right on.
traders last night, it's when I'm trading during the New York session, these markets are moving so fast. I don't like to spread my attention span. I just focus on the one market that I trade. I would get too distracted looking at these other markets. Now, my slow markets are slow. I have the time to look at other ones.
Gotcha.
but Not in the New York session.
I guess my question is, what if you see oil take off? There's some conflict in the Middle East, and you see oil pop and you see gold pop. Well, I guess you don't, but when tensions rise out in the Middle East, you see those two things spike, and then there's always a second or two delayed reaction. If that trade is on, that you'll see equities take a move to the downside. I guess my only question.
Yeah, I mean, I hear it. I see it. I'm here on TopStep TV, and I hear you guys shouting out these different markets. I see the chat talking about these different markets like copper and gold.
Mhm.
And if there's nothing going on in the NASDAQ, I'll just glimpse over for a minute. Like today, I hit my loss limit last night, and so I have a little bit more free time. So you guys see me look over at gold, and I say, hey, this could definitely be a buy the dip here on gold. I usually don't talk about those other markets. I'm usually focused on the NASDAQ if I'm trading the NASDAQ. And it's one of those where the grass is always greener on the other side. There's been plenty of times where I've tried that. I hop over to the different market. I place a trade. I end up losing only to find out that if I would have just stuck with the NASDAQ, I would have had a winner or something like that. And then you're stuck in this horrible cycle of grass is greener. You're switching between all these markets, and you're no better off than if you would have just stuck with one.
Singular focus. Hoop. How many markets are you looking at over there? How many charts you got up, Hoop?
Don't ask.
Hogs.
You really want to know how many are up on my 6 screens?
Over under 8. I'll say 8 different ones.
All right, let me do a tally.
Hoop's looking at that all.
Do a tally.
Bitcoin out there. All right, in the chat, does Hoop have over under 8 or more different markets charts on his screen? Quick flash.
I would say 6.
I got over 8. What do you think? What do you think, Chad?
I got 6.
He's got the Aggies. He's got the crypto. Over. They're saying over. Oh, way more. Wow. Heavy overs here.
Dang.
All right, Hoop. What is it?
Yet.
Oh boy, I'm counting. Hold on.
He's still counting. I think the over looks
no
good.
more bet.
The over
No more
looks
bet.
good.
1, 2, 3.
Showing some life here.
I'm wrong now. I thought.
Okay.
Are you counting the monitors in the bathroom?
He's still counting. Way over.
You ready?
Are you ready?
No.
Tell us, Hoop.
It means I need to go to like a help group tonight, probably. 14.
Way over.
Oh, that's still
Incredible.
pretty. Do you trade all 14?
No.
How many do you trade?
I'm a I look at sectors. So like I have crude and natural gas together. I have gold, copper, silver, and micro Bitcoin together. I have ES, NASDAQ, Russell, and YM together. I have cattle. So my screens, each 6 screen of that I have, are kind of like sectors. So I like to have grains together, cattle together, energies together. So I like to look at what's going on in the sector. I guess that's how I learned the business. So
Sure.
Okay.
Makes sense.
That makes sense.
But yeah,
I actually
14.
like that.
All right, I got a problem. Just say it, guys.
No,
I like that. That makes sense.
Possible long here.
Still short. 74% long ES, 74%
Ooh, that was a
long
nice bounce.
NASDAQ.
Yeah.
You know, we were talking about that 5,000 lot. Back on the trading floor, we'd be able to check. There's a thing called the player's card where you can walk around and find out what the retail houses are doing. Are they long? How much? Are they short? How much? And you get that information. You know, the other thing is on the trading floor, we never had anything like the ladder. But now it's sort of like, okay, we're going to give you the ladder, but we're not going to let you know who's trading. And I wish they could do that. I wish there was somewhere where you could find out, you know, who did that 5,000 lot. But I don't know if they'll ever.
Eddie, I think the other thing too is you guys look at it, if that 5,000 lot was filled in the pit. So all your locals are on the other side of that. And
Order filled.
They'd all, as the market would move one direction or other, be scaling in and out of, you know, all the business they took on. So now you don't have that. I mean, nobody really, you know, got 1,000 here, 1,500 here, 1,000. It just went. So it's a little different. You know, that's where the delta, like you always look at a delta, Andre, and that's why I'm starting to go more there. It's the only way to kind of see what the herd's doing, right?
Exactly. It's the only reason I've got one eye on it.
I get it.
It's like, you know, it's a give and take, I guess, you know.
Thought we had that squeeze the other day, Hoop. Yeah, thought we had the squeeze the other day.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm along 1 ES just to see if we can hold above the
1 mini
50 level here. 1 mini. Just doing a 1.
1 ES long from 57.50.
58. 758.
758. Thank you. The reason Hoop's watching all these different markets, it's the pit. He's looking for leaders and laggers, looking for correlations. Hoop. Yep. It's something pops out of the corner of his eyes and say, "Oh, what just happened over there?" And then look for a reaction in the other markets. That's why he's watching. I know I goof on him for having all these markets. He's not trading them all. He's simply looking for movements and spikes. 70% long NASDAQ and ES. Bottom of the hour coming in. Well, we got Nat Gas, I do believe. Also, keep an eye on this ES trade. James, my man. James is doing some stats. James, come on in. He's still in front of... Where'd he go? He's still in front of Michael's garage in the alley back there.
I sure am.
Beautiful mural of... That's Cassius the dog, for those that are wondering.
This is the dog.
Cassius the dog.
And that's
R.I.P.
the garage.
Mm-hmm. Like
anyway,
pizza.
I'm here to tell you guys about our top 5 live P&Ls from yesterday. So let's go ahead and bring those up.
Yes,
Coming
please.
in hot.
Let's see it.
This is crazy. Look at this
Whoa.
stuff.
I knew it.
Right.
I knew it.
Big day for our live funded traders yesterday in the markets. Josh and Beer taking home a measly $61,000, 637. That is crazy. That is wild. And Timothy N., don't think I've forgotten about you with your 59K. Rammy with your 38. Derek at 20 and Cindy with 9K. All of these traders have been trading the NASDAQ. And incredible numbers out of our live traders. These are all confirmed. You know what? You see the 61K, you immediately think, is there something wrong with our data? But no errors there. That is verified by our risk team. $61,000 trading the NASDAQ. Incredible. Congrats, Josh and Beer. And maybe we'll see you on the big board today. Yeah. And if not today, maybe later this week, because that is incredible.
Wow. Yes, Teresa. Real money, real trades, real execution.
That is real money.
That's real profits. Also, real
We'd
losses.
put up a higher number if it was not real. Why not put up, $2 billion?
Jack made $8 billion yesterday in the market, trading the NASDAQ. Easy money.
Yes,
Talking
Easy
about
money.
money, you guys want to see payouts from yesterday? We got some of those. I'll take your solemn
Sure,
pledge.
James.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
James,
God,
please show us some
yeah.
payouts, James. Yes,
This is my
yes.
favorite part
Yeah,
of the job
yeah,
is coming
get
on
'em.
here to all of your silences and your stares. I absolutely live for
Is
it.
this mic on?
Here are your payouts.
All right,
We're
everybody.
looking at the fucking markets, James. Give us a break.
It's 5 out of 5.
Mhm.
Sorry, were you talking to me?
Oh, feisty.
Jose D earning $20,000 in a payout. David P at $17K. Bora $16,598. Juyun at $12,000. And Justin pocketing $7,700. Just incredible work all the way around. Keep paying yourself. You guys are putting in the screen time, you're putting in the work, and you are taking home, in Jose's case, the $20,000 payout.
Bingo.
Andre, what would you do if I gave you $20,000 right now?
Oh, 20 G's.
Right now.
What would I do with 20 grand? 20 grand. I would buy courtside seats to the Bulls Lakers game tonight if LeBron plays. That's what I would do. LeBron's in town. Is that a waste of money? I'd like to see LeBron play.
Wow.
It's a great
That's
answer.
a good investment. Regardless
I
of
would
your opinion,
disappear.
that's a good. I mean, I wish I would have watched Michael Jordan play. I would have loved to watch it in
Oh.
person.
In the old stadium.
How loud was it, Hoop? Here we go. How loud was it in there,
Oh.
Hoop? All the old timers.
The best were the obstructed view seats, right, Eddie?
Mhm.
You actually paid money to sit in front of a girder.
I remember
Oh,
standing
right.
room. You have standing room only too.
Mhm.
No, you can't sit. You got to stand all game.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
think the
Hawks.
Hawks.
would do.
Mhm.
LeBron's in town tonight, so if he plays, I'm
What's
gonna
the
go
most
see him.
intense game you've ever seen or heard of? I will make an
Wolf-
argument that when LeBron returned back to Cleveland after the decision and played against them, that was probably one of the most intense games I've ever heard of.
Mine
I was at the
coaching.
Bears Packers NFC Championship, unfortunately.
Oh,
Ooh, that's
um,
Oh,
I went to
Yikes.
Brazil, Germany, World Cup game, Brazil, Germany, and Germany rolled them 6-1 in
that had to
Brazil.
be cool.
It was scary, but that was the most intense.
I was
thing
going
I've
to
ever
say, it's probably a little scary.
They were pissed. They were very, very.
You got to watch the
pissed. 7-1.
supercut of all the Brazilians crying during it,
You're-
just like wailing and scratching at their faces. It's pretty
7-1.
they're
Thank you. Yes.
intense about that football.
You took
Oh,
it
man,
as
mine-
an
mine
international.
was
I
more
sorry,
game.
7-1. 7-1.
The
Sorry,
district-
7-1. Stop counting after
District
6.
championship game.
But I was there. Yes, I was there.
Get it right.
Get it right. Sorry.
All right, I'll shut
Stop
up.
counting after
I'll
6.
always let you know.
900 lot up here, 57.59.
Jeez.
Sorry,
See
Jim
that.
Money. Yes, it was.
Still can't get a big bid.
They were pissed.
By the way, traders who made $5,000 in payouts can come to Top Step TV to join the payout club. Every day in TV chat, we will drop the payout club check-in form where you can sign up for your exclusive 5K club hat and pin. There it is right there. Bada bing, bada boom. Right now, we can only ship to traders in the United States, but we are looking to expand in the future. And yes, that's coming up very shortly. That's what I got. Back to you.
Thank you. Some stacked orders up there, 57.59. Exactly, Marcos. It was halftime, right? 4-0. Halftime. Any more?
Mm.
Yeah. It was, it was a lot of
International sports is a
Ain't
different,
nothing like it.
different
Oh, yeah.
league, man.
Ain't nothing
We're
like
stuck in the U.S. in the bubble of the
It's tame
sports
here.
but
it. It's tame.
internationals just
I've
mad.
told this story before on here, but when I was in Chile, we went to a football game there between two of the local professional clubs, and the whole fan section was chain linked in, and they were setting off road flares the whole time. Then at halftime, they had a guy parachute in with like a flag to plant in the middle of the field,
Whoa.
and he slammed right into one of the retaining walls on the side of the field and didn't get up. They had to bring an ambulance. Like, the guy clearly broke both his legs.
Incredible.
And then they just go on playing, and towards the end, there's an announcement like, "Hey,
It's okay.
he's alive."
It's okay.
No, they didn't. They couldn't even. They couldn't even pretend to be like, "Oh, he's okay." It's like, yeah, he has
Incredible.
a pulse, ladies and gentlemen. On the
That's
list.
incredible, Jay. Never heard that one before.
It was a wild thing to see because there was not the reaction of like if that had happened at like a Bears game or
The
something.
U.S. Yeah.
A U.S. it would be kind of like I don't know, they'd cancel it. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
How about the guy who caught the football at the Bears game
Yeah.
Jumping off
when he
the
dove over? I thought
Yeah.
that guy was dead when he
Yes.
caught that football.
I've met that guy before. Ever tell you that?
Did you really?
Mike Kanacki, yeah. From Niles. What's he from? From Niles. Something like that. Niles
Yeah,
West
on
or
the
something.
show.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
my high school.
he went to, yeah, something like that. He's from one of the north ribs
Yeah.
up there. Look it up. All right, Jack, we still in this long? 57-58? Sullivan High School. Thank you, Sean King. Sullivan High School. Yes, that's
5
what it
minutes
was. Mike
remaining.
Patanzas. Yes, that's what it is. Mike Patanzas. Incredible
Awesome.
ponytail.
If you're
Chet's
trading
the
the
best.
net, it's coming up in about 5 minutes. 34 billion cubic feet expected. Prior only 9.
Chet, you are the absolute best. Boca Juniors. Oh, I'd like to go see Boca. Miguel. All right. Ooh, hey, don't look now. Gold. $7 away. Get that air horn. Get that air horn charged here, Eddie. We might be making a run for new all-time highs here in gold. $7 to
That
go.
was by the dip.
Yeah,
By
it
that
was.
dip.
Coda. That was it. Call.
That was like you buying copper last night. You see price. You're really. I mean, that's the one thing. You're a true price action guy. You see the price action, you pull the trigger, and that's
Sometimes I think about that
sometimes
hoop
this
was
thing.
what Coach Jay was talking about last night, where sometimes you could just be so focused on one market. And then if you switch to a market you don't trade very often, and you're just like, yeah, I have zero bias about this. Like, what's price action doing? Like copper, last time we had this huge move, we reversed. Placed that trade, worked out well. Here's gold. We've been rallying on gold. We had a nice pullback off the highs down to a nice level of support here in these 3046s. And we consolidate. We look like we're going to break out above 46. Well, yeah, good, decent buy to look for this market to return back up to the highs. Just so simple sometimes, like when you're not overthinking, when you're or any of that. But then I'm over here playing in this NASDAQ, which is just, yeah, I have no words for this NASDAQ that we're in. So sometimes
There's D
you need
trading copper.
Yes.
She trades a lot. She trades copper.
Great having D on yesterday during fast markets. 57.50 half in the ES. Still
She
in
will
this
be here
long.
with Coach Jay for lunchbox trading.
Right.
Copper's new lows. Copper's tanking.
Copper's just
Copper's tanking. Gold's moving higher. Interesting.
You're gonna get used to saying 3100 when it rolls, because June's trading 3080, 3089. So you're gonna
No
be talking
kidding.
3130 gold soon.
When does May expire? Or this is April, actually. When's April expire?
The volume's kind of mixed between the two right now. I would think it might roll tomorrow, to be honest with you. It just depends. Every platform's a little bit different when they roll, but it's close. Either today or tomorrow would be my guess.
Okay. June's trading 3080. Who came out? Was it
30?
One bank came out yesterday, 3,500 upside target.
It seems like that's a market where everybody is the uncertainty thing. Everybody seems to want to be piling in there. It used to be bonds, right? I mean, that used to be it, right, Andre? Bonds. Yep. And bonds are kind of stuck. So gold seems to be being Bitcoin stuck. I mean, so gold seems to be the place to be.
NASDAQ looks like it's going to break out to the long side, looking for it to return to those 140s. If NASDAQ can. Oh, there it goes. Oh,
Good luck. Yeah.
Yeah, we're cooking.
Yeah.
57.65. Ride this thing, Jack. You look at the
Yeah.
tilts.
I got one on. I mean, where I really want to see it go is like 5,800.
Yeah, that'd be tight. That'd be
Let's reclaim that 200-day moving average today.
Hoop was just talking about it. I like it.
We'll just retrace yesterday's move.
Why not? There's no news, no T words.
I mean, there's no
Like
rules
you said,
against
Jack,
it.
a 10 lot down there at 57.23 would have been nice, huh?
Sure would be.
Gas share. They're looking at
Doesn't
34
work.
billion cubic feet. Gas coming in at, let's see here, 37 billion cubic feet. So
Crude
they're
just
looking at
popped.
34 prior 9.
Yeah, true new
There you
highs.
have it, gas change. Next number, KC Manufacturing, 10 o'clock Central in a half an hour.
See, like on a 10 lot there, Hoop, you could risk like $5,000.
Right.
It's
what I'm
great because you either
thinking.
lose the 5,000, but if it bounces,
Yeah. No FOMO.
you're eating
Whoever
beluga
filled those
caviar.
1,000 lots, those 5,000 lots or whatever it came, that tape bomb,
Oh,
it's
man.
looking pretty good.
Yep.
From 42s to
Something that comes up-
50s.
Coming over the
Mhm.
wire from CNBC, GameStop shares dropped 12%,
No.
reversing Wednesday's rally.
Those
No.
knuckleheads. I can tell
Jack's
you.
in.
It ain't so.
Jack's in.
Up
Jack turned the
down,
market.
so.
No,
Jack
they
slammed
have
on the
$4.5
brakes.
billion. They have $4.5 billion of cash. Announced they're going to buy Bitcoin, and then they're like, "Oh, by the way, we're going to sell 1.3 billion more of convertible shares to pay for the Bitcoin." Not the cash that we have, which, by the way, we're doing F all with. Chucklehead.
No.
Taking a page out of MicroStrategies.
Yeah.
Say it ain't so. So where am I going?
Right, Dakota, you were on yesterday was saying that somebody did the math, and it's like if they did pull a MicroStrategy and put all their stuff in Bitcoin and got the same multiple to their Bitcoin as MicroStrategy,
Mhm.
their stock would drop by like 20%. They can't
Crazy.
pull a MicroStrategy.
I mean, on
What a
paper,
business
sure,
model.
but it's who knows? What?
And also the chucklehead them. If you were going to do this, if you were savvy, why not do it? When Bitcoin was cheaper.
Right.
Like they're waiting for a local top, and then being like, "All right, look at us,
I'm in.
look at me.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm the I'm the sailor now."
Look at me. Gold closing in 30.60. All-time highs 30.65. Got tilt. Are you still watching the tilt? Yes, I am. 74% long gold, 69% long NASDAQ, 68% long ES. $57.66 last trade ES. Here we go. NASDAQ closing in session highs.
Overnight
20,127.
highs.
Right highs.
is
138.
140s.
We
140s.
took off that ES. I'm gonna see if I can get back in.
What a bounce.
We're up 551.
Nice. And crude's popping right now, closing on $70. Look, the markets are moving. These are clean moves.
Yep.
Besides that 5,000 lot. That was wild.
We have
Huge
plenty of
green
room
on the
for
day.
upside.
We got some
Plenty
room.
of
Thank you,
room for
Jay.
upside.
72% long NQ.
Okay.
I got my one eye on gold.
Targets for the NASDAQ. I have 200 evens. And then I'm just going through some targets. Yeah, on our way down, kind of some resistance. 200 evens. These basically lower 300s, lower 300s, and then maybe somewhere in the middle right here in this support,
Looking.
mid 200s. So that's where I could see this NASDAQ getting to. A closer target for a stop run maybe is going to be these 160s, 170s. So there's about 4 areas I'd like to see NASDAQ get to if we can break through these overnight highs of 140s.
House count is flat. Yes, house count flat, Jack. Up 551. Oh,
Yeah.
hoops flat. Coda
Yeah,
flat.
I'm flat.
So if we go to my screen,
Heavy long tilt. Yeah, go ahead.
this is what the trade was. We tested back into this range, the purple box. We got exactly that gap bottom. That was the trade of the day so far.
Yeah.
But then once we got back out of this range, I used it as an opportunity to be like, okay, I bought it like right here and was like, if it starts going back into here, I'm out. Otherwise, let's see if we can get some continuation.
What was the trade of the day? Caveman trade of
Trade of
sorts.
the day was buying the gap fill.
Correct.
The
Trade of the
worst trade
week.
of the day was being a gap truther and having your entry 1 point below that.
Heavy long tilt NASDAQ. 77% long. %73% long. ES still pushing higher here. ES still pushing higher than the NASDAQ. We have news, Jack, or look on that. Hard to keep up with the convo. All right, well, we'll move a second. I'm going to jump for 2 minutes, but we'll get that news in. I'm going to jump. 20,133. Higher. What a
Here we go.
BRB.
Overnight highs. Overnight highs into these upper 130s.
57.
Question is if we break them. It'd be tough. It'll be difficult to break them, I think. I think we should see at least some type of consolidation or pullback from the overnight highs. The gap was an inside job.
Yeah. The gap was never real.
It was fake.
Is this your screen, Jack?
No.
So
looking at the volume on.
So this is Andre. This is what you were asking me about, like rollover in gold. And
Sure.
metals are
I'll
really.
be Andre now. He stepped away for a second.
Oh, sorry. So, Jack. So this is what I look at, and I talk about this in Discord a lot. Is like if you at Hogue, who does a ton of analysis on it. Typically, most of the guys start to roll when the volume in the front leads, right, Jack? But what's weird for me is look at the amount of open interest in the secondary contract. It's like 4-1 June versus April, but the volume is still in the April contract versus June. So this is why we always talk in rollover, why these moves tend to be a little bit funky at times, because obviously the volume's being split between the 2 months, but this this one is crazy, man.
May is skipped over.
It's not a trade. It's they have a contract for it, but it's not really the, you can see in gold, it's like April, June, August are the
every other month.
They still have the months in between, but they really don't. They truly don't actively trade.
Yeah.
There
goes NASDAQ. NASDAQ breaking through these 40s.
Go for these highs.
Yeah, I'm looking for these right around 170, 160s. Now that we broke through the overnight high, we didn't even hesitate. We just went straight through it. Stops. Shorts getting squeezed today.
They filled that gap.
They did. Like that's what their plan was. They filled it and now bounce.
That 5,000 lot's looking beautiful, huh?
Yeah, they are. Just get with the money. Just follow the size.
Yeah, 100%.
Order filled.
All you have to do. So easy with hindsight.
It was like all those sells in the NASDAQ before the market really started to break, right, Dakota? Remember all those 1,000 lots that were just flying through, and then we broke 600 points in the span of 3 days.
Yep. Well, here we are, 160s. We got to the mid 160s. my first target to the long side. Let's see what we do here. If we pull back, consolidate, or just break through. If we do break through this zone, then yeah, I think we're going to see 200 pretty quick.
Almost back to the top of what was the gap.
NASDAQ 74% long, gold 75% long. It's the
Look at
tilt.
copper pounds. Oh,
Well, if you had the courage to short that resistance zone, there is 10, 15 points off that.
Order filled.
$57.80 would close it in the ES. As I mentioned, real interesting level if we do start taking off here is this
Airhorn gold.
5800 area.
Airhorn gold.
Wah, wah, wah,
Yep.
wah.
Yep.
We hit it?
Yes, sir. I got 30, 60. Don't do it, Dakota. That was $20 ago.
It was $20 ago to buy that. Look at this NASDAQ coming off this zone. I tell you what, Oop, I'm
Did
going
you
to
start looking for a
it.
3-bar here?
In what market?
In the equities, would you start at a big move like this? Would you potentially be looking up here, or would you always be looking to get in and to buy a dip? No.
I am going to be looking for longs here.
Okay.
There's like maybe some short scalp
Order
opportunities.
filled.
I had
Okay.
this zone at 160 before we started breaking out through this. I had this marked up. Everyone's seen it. Where I say if we
Yep.
break through these overnight
Order filled.
overnight highs, the first level I see is going to be these 160s, 170. We got up to 168 and
Order filled.
We pulled back 30 points almost. So that's a decent like counter trend scalp. Do you call this a counter trend? This is where I have some debates with traders. What's counter trend to you right now? Yesterday we've had that huge sell off, and so if you're buying, is that counter trend?
Fucker.
Or if you're looking at today and
I
you
hate you.
sell up in here, is that counter trend? Right. So you have like an intermediate trend. You have the immediate trend. That really is up to debate. It depends on the time
Order
frame and what you're
filled.
looking at as a trader. For me, it's more of what are we currently doing right now. We are currently
Order
going up.
filled.
So for me, the trend is up, and yeah, a short at that zone definitely could be counter trend. I would much rather wait for a
Go with the-
pullback at a
go with the
level of
trend, yeah.
support and then buy it. You can see when we broke out, we pulled back right to these 40s, right to the overnight session highs, and we bounced off that. So that is a much better trade for me to buy that
Okay.
pullback off that level of what was resistance of overnight highs, now support. And then my target is definitely going to be up here, this next resistance that we've seen on our way down. That was over here from yesterday morning around these 200s.
800 lot
So really-
ES 57.99.75.
Airhorn,
Stuff.
I see in gold.
So, somebody was
yeah.
asking really quick about the gap we're talking about. If we go to my screen real quick, it's now been filled, but this blue box here, this is where we closed on Friday. The cash markets reopened right here. So we had this big gap where there was no New York hour trading going on. Traded above it. We started coming back in yesterday, but couldn't close it, rallied, and then closed it basically 1 point off. I think it might have been 1 point away from closing it. And now we're going back to the other side. So we'll be right where we opened in the cash market on Monday at 57.80 or thereabouts.
Violently unchanged.
What a move. What a move.
Violently unchanged.
Trade of the week. New highs, ES 57.75. New all-time highs in gold.
Yeah, you missed the
68.
air horns in gold.
I heard it. I heard the air horns. I had to run back down to the desk and say, what did I miss? Yes.
There you
Where do
go.
we go from here? What a power move. 73% long. NASDAQ still. Coach Jay said there's still more room to the upside.
No, yeah, definitely. It's gonna be harder to go up there, but I don't know. We're positive today. What a swing in the Nasdaq.
Swing in the Nasdaq, swing in gold, swing in oil. At crude, bottomed out $69.12. I'm making a run for $70 even. Last trade, $69.88.
Who filled all those contracts? Who I just want to know
5,000 lot.
who jumped in at those. Just where are they at? What are they thinking right now? How happy could they be?
Counting their money.
So from the options, right now we are at sort of the, what do you call it, highest volatility level in the SPX, right around 57.30 there. So where we are now, below this line, the gamma exposure gets much more negative. We could see some moving and shaking or consolidation around here.
Someone says probably just another Thursday for them.
Yeah,
Probably
probably
right.
right. Yep.
Sick.
Another 5,000 banger, just no problem.
Amazing. And gold
It's
not
still-
done.
It's likely still a hedge on something. You got
Yeah, for
something
sure.
good. You got filled
Mhm.
on. It's unusual
Straight up.
just to wipe that
Yeah.
many contracts.
5,000 outright.
Yeah, they're just going up.
Just
Zero hedge,
leverage,
5,000.
no leverage. Yeah, I don't doubt
No.
that.
F it. 5,000.
Yeah. Just load it up.
It took out 8 handles. I was wondering, okay, so 5,000 lot. Got 8 handles. 32 prices?
Well, they didn't buy it all. They certainly triggered, like, depending on,
Cavalcade.
there's a lot of
Yeah.
orders that are in these markets that we don't see.
That's true.
That people are spreading that they have there. Like, you don't see people's stops or things like that because they're not in the market. And
Right.
surely a lot of that move was those being triggered very quickly.
Triggered. Good call, Jack. New
The
all-time
other
highs
thing in
again.
gold too, guys, is when you watch, like when you're in the middle of a rollover, like the June contract stopped at 30.99.90. So those big fat round numbers as you get into roll to the secondary contract that's where rollover becomes a real which one do I watch? Just watch the one you're trading. Especially if you're just starting at this, but sometimes the psychological number in the secondary market that's going to take over becomes a bigger deal than what's going on in April. So that's what makes rollover sometimes a little wonky. That's for sure.
Top of the hour coming in. We got what? Casey Fed. Top of the hour. Not a real market mover. Got the 7-year auction. Noon Central. Not. Hey, Jack, have you looked at the bond yields yet today? I see 4.37% in the 10-year. You still in that happy place? Or is it getting a little towards 4.4?
Let's take a glance. Share this tab instead here. Let's go out to the hour. You can see we've been in a little bit of an uptrend here. The 10-year yield. If we go out to the day, still close to our happy place, but we're edging up a little bit.
4.4, a little
possible head and shoulders. We shall find out.
One's flat. Yes.
Yep. We're bouncing between these two zones, these 140s and 160s.
Somebody put that 5,000 is up 10 mil right now.
Thin on the ladder. ES, NASDAQ. Algos are in there. Nothing really popping off. Last trade ES 21,151. Recent highs 20,171. A little bit of a pullback here in both ES, NASDAQ, and Dow. And gold is not done. New all-time highs 30.69. Look at that gold go, man. Bottom out at 30.40. Dakota, like the long down there. Now 30.70s trade
3100.
gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do we do here? Where do we go from here? It might just be chop fest for the rest of the day. Traders might not like to hear
PC
that.
number tomorrow is a big one too. So be interested to see if
Yeah.
you maybe right might slash around.
Correct, Hugh. Correct. It's hard for me to see in a bigger trend than what we've seen today. This might be the major. I mean, it's not small movements by any means. We
No.
went from where would we open at 20,060s down all the way, filled the gap, 19,930s all the way back up to 20,000. I mean, it's a decent. We've had decent moves, plenty of moves. You know, 230s. You can't get mad at that, and it could be one of those days where we ran the lows, ran the highs, and it's a difficult one if you're looking for trends.
And we 80% of the time range anyways, right?
Correct. Yep.
Oh, we got Collins and Barkin speaking this afternoon.
Collins. Yeah, Barkin. Where's Collins speaking? We'll see that. Oh, Collins. Yep. Oh, after the bell.
That was an added. Wasn't there before.
Short's valid in NASDAQ. I'm going to say that. A short down to 100's valid for me.
Yeah.
Right here at 141 would be the short.
We got new all-time highs in silver. Is that correct, Brian?
Metals are cooking.
Yeah, they are. Copper. You said copper was selling off?
It did. It sold off and bounced. It's just. I've had a couple conversations with Dee, and once again, technically, it gets like what Dakota did last night. It's more very directional. If you look at the chart, it just seems like it's like completely V-shaped sometimes. It's moved.
Copper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the bounce it had off the low.
I see that.
Ooh.
I mean, it's just like, how do you get in there? I mean, it's zoom.
Is anyone in the chat still long down there off that gap fill? Long the ES or long NASDAQ? You had to have gone flat if you did. Yeah, that was pre-number. So if they held it through the number, they're still in there. It's interesting to know. Right. Hey, Eddie, if I got you there, let's get some announcements in there.
Yes, sir.
Before we got Colin Woodward joining us, Sam Gelman joining us at the top of the hour. We're going to talk a little crypto. We got a crypto attorney, crypto bros. No, I'm just kidding, Colin. I see you there in the green room. We're coming your way about 7 minutes or so. Stay tuned for us. Very interested to see these two guys chop it up. How about the crypto landscape here in the markets as well? Hey, Eddie, come on in. Let's do some announcements, and then
sure.
Over to Colin and Sam. Go ahead.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've been sharing this information. We're opening the gates, the floodgates. We're opening the barn door. We are opening it up, letting even more traders into our newly redesigned TopStep dashboard. Now, that's right, another group of traders getting ready to early access the latest and greatest evolution of TopStep. You can bank your resets for future use. You can real-time stats. So we have real-time stats on there. Instant express funded account activation. Also instant payout deductions. There's going to be a lot more on that because this is something we designed and we can add as we get more comments. But have you heard that the invitations come with a 25% discount on any size trading compound? Yes, 25%, any size that you'd like. And it's good for 5 accounts. Now, there's been some questions. Where's the discount? And check the email. Right? Check the email we sent you with the details, and you'll have that the discount on that. So click on the link we're dropping and pinning in the chat. Sign up for a wait list if you haven't already. This is currently only available for traders in the United States. But yes, we are as soon as we will be having this available to all very shortly. All right. So if you are, by the way, outside the U.S., definitely sign up also. Okay, we want to get you on that list. So when we do open it up outside the United States, you will be the first to receive that. Also, did you know that TopStep has one of the largest trading communities in Discord? This is true. With over 127,000 members and counting, it's the best place to find new trading buddies, quick support, free education, and yes, those coaches hang out there. TopStep coaches are in there. So if you're not part of this Discord, question is, I'd like to ask you directly, looking in your eyes, saying, "What are you waiting for?" It's free to sign up. So go ahead and click on the link and chat for an invite on the TopStep Discord server, and I promise you won't regret it. And that's what I've got so far. I'm going to pass it back to you, Andre.
Thank you, Eddie. New highs, NASDAQ, 20,815. Yeah, link pinned to the top of the chat for that dashboard link invite.
Yeah, we got that 3-bar reversal for a moment, Andre. Now we're blowing through these 160s and looking for 200. Looking for 200 here. That's next zone I have.
800 lot's gone.
They move it or they just pulled it all together?
Nah, I'm looking up the ladder now, but it's gone. Oh, I'm looking at micros. Hold on.
Okay. 20,189, the last trade in the NQ.
No, it's still there.
Still there? Okay.
Mhm.
All-time high is gold, 3070.
Mohammed says, look at 21,300. 300. Yeah, yep. I do see actually 318 to 310.
Mm-hmm. Upside, okay. 73% long NASDAQ.
New highs,
Well, there's
new
200
highs.
almost.
Look at that pop. 300-point turnaround.
Order filled.
Why the gap, man? Wow, what a trade. Ooh. 74% long NASDAQ right now. Just a little more gas in the tank to the upside. It's the pullback to buy.
Order filled.
So I'm a 3-bar reversal.
Is this a pullback?
If it
to
turns
sell,
around here,
though?
that would be absolutely
filled.
savage. You look at my chart.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Look at that.
Hey,
Playing in the gap.
I would not be surprised, though, to be honest.
Yeah.
How do you look at these markets, though? That's the question. Do you look at this as a pullback from yesterday's sell-off, and then you want to sell the pullback, looking for continuation? Or are you looking at this as a reversal, and the trend is now bullish, and you buy pullbacks from this?
57.75. I hear you, Dakota. We got those. All right, yeah, Eddie, I think you covered it. Moody's talking higher tariffs and tax cuts to boost deficits. Moody's edges closer to a U.S. downgrade. Yeah. And we continue to rally. We continue to rally in the equities. How about it?
Moody's. Love Moody's in 08, right?
Oh.
They had some stuff to say yesterday also. So I think they're stepping up here.
Never a company to cook the books, right?
I know, right? Moody's.
Yeah. Mixed reactions on that. Well, you're going to find out after the fact whether it was a pullback from yesterday's.
I saw someone point out on Twitter that, the next thing is going to be when they collateralize all of the burrito debt people can take out now from DoorDash into a pool of burrito secured debt and then sell it to pension funds.
Freaking great.
Don't buy anything. Package it up. Here's some garbage.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You see,
71% long
one burrito debt. That's dangerous. But you get 1 million of them together. Foolproof.
Sling it.
La Bamba.
Yeah, CBOs.
CBOs, yes. Not CDOs, CBOs.
La Bamba at U of I.
Oh.
70%
Short
short.
the highs.
Tell to 70%
You got a
long.
bounce check.
Mo actually killing it today. Done for the day up 5,800.
Nice.
Five
Mo.
Nice,
XFAs.
Mohammed.
Way to go, Mo.
Someone got long. Someone got long down there. Mo.
Smoke some camel.
That's right. Ooh. All right, Gigi. Yes, Gigi, I will see you in Power Hour. For that Dolby myself, Power Hour.
Dakota, that's still one of my top 3 moments of being around Top Step TV when the freaking Mo said that about the camel. You just had to just cut the stream. It was too damn funny.
Borat, were you watching me last night?
Where? Oh, there in the
Borat.
chat.
He must have watched me last night. I haven't placed a trade during this New York session.
Push higher here.
Order filled.
770. Let's pull back.
Please don't remind me about the camel.
Sorry, man.
Well,
Sorry.
That's what Mo said in the chat. That's definitely a top 3 moment at Top Step for sure.
All right, waiting for Sam Gelman to jump on in here in the green room. Yeah, we got Colin Woodward. Crypto attorney, obviously he's a general counsel as well. Here in Chicago, has a lot of insight on what's happening in the crypto space. It'll be very interesting to take on what's going on, what the future looks like, and where we're at right now based on meme coins, stable coins. About a general
Andre, isn't
understanding.
Solana on this CME now?
It
Can you
is.
trade the future, right?
That's right, Colin. Yes, thumbs up.
Yeah.
Solana, yep.
Yep.
Crazy, man.
I mean, more and more, it's retail. It's here to stay.
100%.
Yep.
And don't worry, we're not in any trouble here. It's always when you look at the schedule and like, oh, the general counsel's coming on at 10 o'clock. I'm like, oh,
Head honcho.
Oh, boy.
Powell found out about us.
Still 71% long.
You might just
300 offer at 57.80. There's
Yeah, I
one
see
tick
that.
above the high so far.
5780. There it is. Short gold here.
Market's got that motion. We're going to go for those 5800s. Kind of acts like.
That's the place I'd think about selling. 200-day moving average SPX plus
Mhm.
options resistance. Futures, man. How's your Thursday
Right.
going, Andre?
So far so good. Still this trade of the week right there. Yeah, Phil. Really to the tick. Well, not to the tick. More so in the
Hindsight
US
capital.
and hindsight capital. I know.
Close enough.
Victim to it all the time. Sorry. House counts up. Ride this thing. What do we got on for today? What's Rising Star Week? Yes.
Real quick, I'm watching
Oh.
this NASDAQ again for another 3-bar reversal setup. Just watching these, see how they play out. Okay, yeah, it would have triggered at
like it.
170.
Order filled.
Yep.
Yep, it triggered 170. It would have. Risk would
Matthew
be
asked. Go ahead,
30
Dakota.
points. No, it's saying a trigger is short 170. Risk is 30 points. Reward is going to be about a 1-to-1. 1-to-1, maybe even leaving a runner down to 106. 106 is, if this market does start to sell off again, I would be looking for it to return to 106 in that zone.
Matthew in the chat says, Andrew, can you please explain the purpose of the tilt feature? Yes, I can. Andrew will explain it. Basically, it's just it's a sentiment indicator of all the sim counts here, top steps. The sample size is certainly sufficient. Just gives you a general idea which way people are leaning, whether it's NASDAQ, ES, CL, GC. By no means is an indicator. Just do with it what you want, but it gives you an idea of people are getting heavy long, people are getting heavy short based on where the market's trading right now. So something to keep an eye on. Typically catches our attention when it gets above 70%, certainly 80% one way or another. Let's kind of know where sim traders are leaning, the tilting, if you will.
And please note that data is for entertainment purposes only and should not
That's
be
right.
taken as a buy or a sell indicator.
This is all
On
for
the watch.
entertainment only.
Is that why we're here?
I think so.
We're just here for
Do I amuse you? Funny like a clown? All good, Matthew. I'm just joking. This is the pullback. What a V.
You think it's funny?
There it is. Oh. I'm entertained. Thank you,
here to-
Dan.
Where's
We are here. Someone asked, can we see how many open sim positions there are? Yeah. I can't right now. We used to have a cool internal website for that, Andre, but I don't think it works anymore. We certainly have that data.
Sample size is sufficient. I'll say that.
Vit says this is not a signals class, correct?
No.
Yeah, there it is. Hey, use out there on the internet. Don't take these trades. Don't fade these trades. In fact, don't trade at all. Just enjoy.
Right?
I tell you, I'm still surprised by the amount of traders that cannot think for themselves.
That's hard. 777 is the market.
Easier to
kinda-
blame someone else too. So
I've been there.
Oh yeah,
Blame the market.
Yep.
Blame the computer.
Mhm.
Blame the connection. Yep.
blame someone. It's never your fault.
Let's see if we get this in. Colin, thank you for your patience. Getting Gelman in here. You.
Carvana is up a smidge today.
Smidge.
GameStop
Yeah,
doing.
There's Gelman.
I
What
bought
up?
my truck from Car.
All right. Let me know if when we're good to go on this. Looking forward to this. Dakota and Hope, you guys can take 5 if you need it. Take 10. When we do, markets have calmed down, so this is going to fit in nicely. If markets do pick up, of course, we'll always go to markets. Markets first here. Let's take a look at micro Bitcoin before we get this conversation started. 87,200 last trade. About $400 off of session highs or overnight highs, I should say.
I'll take 5. Benji, you missed it.
Me as well.
3-bar reversal would be. I was looking for a short at 170. So enjoy that.
Sweet.
Are you short?
Oh, here we go. Coming on in.
No, I
Coming on
haven't
in.
traded since last night.
Come and knock on my door. There. What is up? Yes. Man, on the bottom, that is Sam Gelman. Just above him, that is Colin Woodward, general counsel, also a crypto attorney. Thanks for joining us, guys. Have you two met? Sam, that's Colin. Colin, that's Sam.
What's going on, Colin? Nice to meet you.
Hey, Sam. Likewise. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, thanks for jumping on here. Fast Markets, Top Step TV. All right, let's get right into it. Colin, making your appearance here. Top Step, we talked yesterday, crypto attorney. Why do we need crypto attorneys, for lack of a better phrase, or question for that matter? What is happening in the space right now?
Yeah. So I've been a practicing lawyer for the last 13, 14 years. In 2020, I shifted into crypto law full time because it looked like there was this really burgeoning industry of new technology, which we now call familiarly blockchain, right? And the digital assets that run on blockchain. And there were lots of founders and builders out there creating these really interesting and new products. But at the same time, there was no legal framework in place for how these things should be regulated. The ways in which builders might be able to identify snake pits as they're designing their tokens, designing their products, right? And given the lack of uncertainty generally around the legal landscape, lawyers are really required to help these founders and builders mitigate risks and do so as quickly as they can, because most of these companies are startups and they just have to focus on speed. So that's kind of why I got involved in the first place.
Is this essentially just the wild, wild west right now with what's going on? The lack of regulation, pretty much anything goes at this point, Colin. What is the general framework right now? Like, what are we working with here?
I wouldn't go that far, just because we have lots of like legacy consumer protection laws in place that still govern lots of the, kind of the day-to-day activities, right? Whether it's the FCC, the FTC, the SEC or the CFTC, right? The alphabet soup of different regulatory agencies that kind of, have a hand in the pot, so to speak, right? And that kind of, has an umbrella over lots of different types of activity, whether it's, market manipulation, wire fraud, the classification of these tokens in the security form, commodity form, some other classification, right? So we do have lots of legacy frameworks in place that help us kind of provide instructions on how to analyze these problems.
Interesting.
So working with, you've been doing this for 13 years now, working with crypto friends, personal question for me, are they weirder than your average client or just the same, or any?
I would say on average, they're much younger than my usual client, right? And so with that comes with lots of maybe interesting quirks, behaviors. Most younger folks haven't developed kind of a more traditional business temperament, right? So they're quicker to make judgments, whether good or bad. Sometimes that's a good thing for early stage companies, right? To just be able to make a decision and act quickly. And other times it can get you into some hot water, right? And so being a crypto lawyer is also about being a good advisor from not only a legal standpoint, but also a business standpoint, because you have to help these young folks, navigate some of the classical problems that most businesses encounter during, their life cycle, I would say.
Very cool.
Where do you think
Sam's here
regulations?
too?
Yeah, I do. Sam want to get in there. Go ahead, Sam.
I was just gonna ask you a quick question. Where do you think legacy regulations most get things wrong? Like, what's the misunderstanding between legacy regulations and crypto, which would make it not just applicable, kind of as it is for anything else?
Yeah, sure. So, Sam, I think you'll probably understand this because you're a fellow, crypto enthusiast as well. But the biggest problem is that we have these legacy frameworks. Let's take, for instance, securities laws or something like that. But we're applying them to new sets of technology that oftentimes can change form, right? So we have blockchain. We have these global permissionless payment systems. We have tokens that operate on top of these blockchains, and oftentimes these tokens, depending upon how they're designed and the network that they're associated with, they might be able to evolve from one kind of classical, financial framework, say a security, into a commodity, right? And those are the things that the current framework, legal framework that we have doesn't account for, and something that really needs to be solved through new legislation that hopefully Congress will put out here in the next year or two.
Very cool. Sam, since you're with us too, been a week or two, what's the kind of wildest thing that's happened? What's the story du jour in crypto world right now?
I was just thinking about this. Every time I've come on here, there's been something crazy, something like exciting, kind of headline grabbing, like, Dave Portnoy, Kanye West, Donald Trump doing something crazy. I'd say over the past few weeks, there hasn't been a ton of that. I'd say it's been a bit calmer. I don't know if you feel that way about global markets. It feels like we're kind of trying to figure out. I think crypto right now is responding to a lot of the macro stuff, just like what you guys look at is, are these tariffs here for good? What do they mean over the long term? What's the impact for the Fed? I think crypto at its core often trades just like a high beta asset in the absence of lots of, the kind of the crypto specific stories happening. And it's been a bit quieter lately. I think the MicroStrategy story is interesting. I think they just got permission to raise like something $20 billion in $20 billion to buy more Bitcoin. With they've recently launched another preferred offering. I think it's $500 million that they can use to buy more Bitcoin with. So I think the MicroStrategy story is always interesting. I'm a little bit more of a MicroStrategy skeptic. Not totally. It's hard to bet against a meme stock, but I'm a bit more skeptical, which gets me into some arguments on Twitter. But I think that's one of the more interesting things going on right now. But I wouldn't say there's been anything like over the past 3 weeks, like something where I'm just like, I got to go on Top Step and talk about this. Whereas a month ago, it was happening every other day. So it has been a little bit slower. Is that your sense of the stock market as well? You feel like we're kind of just in a bit more of like a charts.
Yeah, let's pull them up. Let's take a look. Go ahead, Jack.
Slow down here. This is the spot. I brought up something with the spot Bitcoin price here. This purple box is kind of what I've considered the post-election pump that we kind of bounced off for a while, got back into. Now it's really just kind of been pretty non-volatile. It's just kind of following this 200-day moving average right now. Unlike, I have this box up here because unlike a lot of the other assets that you would call the Trump trade or whatever else, we never